Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to Puan Lilis Sharina Safi and my fellow friends. Today, we would like to present about land reclamation. Before we start, I would like to introduce my group members, which is Muhammad Hakim bin Abu, Abdul Rahim bin Yaakob, and last but not least, myself, Sharifah Nur Adlin binti Syed Abdul Wahid. So, let's start our presentation. What is the meaning by land reclamation? Land reclamation means the gain of land from the sea or wetlands or other water bodies and restoration of productivity or use to land that have been degraded by human activities or impaired by natural phenomenon. So, what is the purpose of land reclamation? There are four purposes we should know why we need land reclamation, which is the damaged land due to the natural hazard, the demands of agricultural land, the demands on property developments, and last but not least, economical demands. Next, which type of land are suitable for work land reclamation? The type of land for work land reclamation is derelict land, which is land that has abundance since it is damaged and cannot be used until it is repaired, or wetland, areas that are flooded for all part with fresh or salt water. The uses of land reclamation is the recreational park, agriculture, housing, and industry. However, what is the benefit of land reclamation? The benefit of land reclamation is to allow local residents to thrive and flourish. It can give residents the opportunity to use it to their benefit once again. It also can improve the quality of air and can prevent the accumulation of harmful rodents, pests, and other organisms that breed in the sort of environment. Next is also to restore the natural order of various species. It allows the land to thrive and remain conducive to fertile soils and other areas of growth. It also balances the lands and the ecosystem as whole. And last but not least is to allow restore the quality of water. It be able to undo any contamination that was done to the area water supplies. It also be able to reverse the course of the land so that it can support all different life forms. So that's all from me. I will pass this presentation to Abdul Rahim for the next part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, hi. So I will continue with method of land reclamation. So there are 5 methods of land reclamation, which is dry method, direct dumping, rehandling from a rehandling pit, hydraulic filling, and sand spreading. For the first method is dry method. This method is suitable for filling material from land sources, especially rock, hill cut, and clay fill. Viscous slurry is created which would take much longer to become usable land. Truck or conveyor belt is used to transport the fill material to extend the land towards the sea. This method works well for foreshore location with underlying competent seabed soil. This method usually results in a low profile of fill with less density. However, this method can be vulnerable to soil liquefaction when there is seismic activity. Next is direct dumping. This method is used when the seabed is deep or the underlying seabed soil is soft. A bottom opening barge usually carries fill material from the bore source and dumps it in the given location through the opening in the bottom. This method is used not only for granular material but also for stiff clay and soft clay. Bottom dumping alone cannot complete the reclamation because it can only operate up 2 to 3 meters deep below sea level. The next level of fill has to be raised by hydraulic filling or the other means. Next, rehandling from rehandling pit. This method involves transporting sand by barges and dumping the fill material temporarily in the pit for storage, which usually has its capacity in million cubic meters. Rehandling pit locations are generally selected at the natural depression on a firm seabed or created by dredging by analyzing the pit slope stability. One cutter suction hopper dredger dredges the sand at the bore source and transport it to the rehandling pit, while another stationary cutter suction dredger will operate at the rehandling pit to fill the reclamation area. The production rate of such reclamation is dependent upon the stationary cutter suction dredges and the number of barges used for transportation. Next is hydraulic filling. This method is suitable for granular fill and is generally used when filling is carried out from an offshore source, either from a rehandling pit or a trailer suction hopper dredger. Fill material is stretched from the bore source and then pumped through a discharge pipe at the site location, usually with a mixture of fill material and water, adjusted according to the grain size. Direct pumping is possible from the bore source to the site, sometimes from distances of up to 10 kilometers. This method is not suitable when the seabed is too shallow or the seabed soil is too soft. In that case, a sand spreading method is applied. The last one is sand spreading method. This method is used when there is a shallow seabed or the seabed soil is too soft for hydraulic filling. A spreader is mounted on a small floating barge and sand discharged along with water through perforations in the pipe. The spreader uses a winch system and a bulldozer will use to move from one end of the site to the other. So I will pass to the Hakim to continue this presentation. Thank you.
So, my name is Muhammad Hakim bin Abu. So, I will continue the next slides, which is environmental impacts. So, land reclamation may appear to bring benefits in the short term, which is only provides temporary gains over long-term effects on ecology. So, first point, the loss of wetlands from land reclamation can worsen drought. This will have a quite harmful effect on the building to be built. So it is obvious that transferred water from the oceans to the land, but diminishing wetlands mean less evaporation and reduction in rainfall. And number two, of course, it will loss of biodiversity and fisheries. It will happen flooding and also destroy natural landscape such as ocean habitats. And as you can see, the last one, the quality of water in the lagoon will decrease obviously. Alright, for the next slide, there are many land reclamation areas that have occurred in Malaysia. So for example, Forest City in Johor, Pasir Cantik Kelebang in Malacca, and Tanjung Tokong in Penang. But I would like to choose Forest City in Johor as our main case study for this topic. Okay, for this slide, as you can see, this artificial land was built an area of 20 square kilometers, like 500 acres covering 4 islands. So, Forest City close to Tanjung Pelepas Highway, which is second network between Malaysia and Singapore. Alright, for this slide, Forest City was built in 2015 and still under construction, which is expected completed by 2030. So cost for this project is RM 388 billion, equivalent to 100 billion USD, where there is cooperation between China and the government of Malaysia. Okay, so land reclamation in Forest City use vibration compaction and also dynamic compaction to ensure the land is totally compacted. Okay, as you can see for both pictures, so what is interesting in Forest City, because this project is the mega project, and it also promotes eco smart city, which is adapting AI, artificial intelligence, to look more futuristic and utopia city. Okay, for the next slides, construction in Forest City has been used 100% IBS in their project. So they are used industrialized building system in their project, which is the developer has received the award for the largest fully automated construction facility in Malaysia. Okay, this project was managed by two big companies, which is Garden Pacific Views Durian Bahar (CGPV), which is a joint venture company between Hong Kong Country Garden Group, which has a 60% shareholder, and a local company, Esplanade Dangga 88 Sdn Bhd, which has 40% shareholders, belongs to Sultan Johor. So it is a few references that we took from internet, and that's all from us. Thank you. And if you have any questions, please ask in our Google Meet discussion. Thank you very much.